This one is still regarding footballers because now it seems the trend is footballers now going into ownership. The latest we hear now is Gary Bale trying to, buy Cardiff City. I mean, he's Welsh, so Cardiff City is in Wales as well. So why is so many footballers going into football ownership? Is it because it's in their same line of profession? I mean, playing the game is different from owning a football club. So why do we see so many footballers now, when they hang their boots, they go on into football ownership? Not just Gary Bale. I mean, we know what David Beckham is doing. We know some footballers now who are still trying to go into ownership. I mean, there was talks about Cristiano Ronaldo and Valencia, Luka Modric as well. I think with Swansea or something like that. So why is footballers now following that trend of going into club ownership after their career and all that?
Well, I wouldn't say I know why, but I can only speculate and say something. Massive shout out on this show to the tech boys. You see, the tech industry have changed a lot of things because the tech industry makes it easy for you to monitor your money real time and, being told, giving projection that is not assumption. And this is how I explain it to you. When I was in radio, we'll go do marketing. We'll say over 2 million people are listening to us. There's no data to back it up. It is just our word, our arrogance and our confidence against the people listening. And most time we get the job. But as a YouTuber, right now I'm approaching, maybe before today we run out, I'll be 18,000, or maybe before we record next week, I'll be 18,000 subscribers. If I go to, say, a GT Bank or a MasterCard, as we want to go to African Women Championship now, and I could send them a proposal. If they listen to me, it is out of pity. It's a heart of, maybe we like what this guy is doing, let's just help him. It's not because I have value to provide for them based on numbers. But when I get up to, say, 1 million subscribers, and every time I make a post, you're getting maybe 500,000 engagement, I'm not going to write a proposal. I'll be receiving emails, and I'll be choosing who to work with, who not to work with. Some people say, no, it's not going to work here in Nigeria. No, I do. I know. Even right now, I'm turning down offers already because my content is very, very cerebral. Having said that, you look at the industry, you see basketball players coming in. LeBron James bought into Liverpool because the football used to be just a charity organization, an NGO. It's a non-profit thing. Just do it, put money, also use it to get tax rebates and all that. But now it's a full business. It's a like billion-dollar business. The who is investing in it. There's the media money. There is social media going everywhere. 10 years ago, if anybody told you that a FIFA Club World Cup will be shown live on YouTube, you're not buffering, the commentary, everything is fantastic, and while the match is going on, they're advising you to go and bet, you will swear that it's not possible. But that's why they say impossible is nothing. Now, people know the athletes, where the money is coming from. I know that if I get 10 million views on this video that we're shooting, I know how much I'll get in dollar immediately. I don't need to ask my accountant. I don't need to have my family. All those things not gonna happen. I know the straight up, the money comes in. If I can plan against it, once I start seeing that views, I can plan against it. So these guys already know that. And then there are more athletes to make money. Haven't you noticed that every club now that is owned by young people, the first thing they do is that to make sure they make their media tight. Wrexham, Man City started all or nothing. What's it called? Amazon paid them 10 million. After that first one, they set up their own media. The quality of the production may not be as good as Amazon, as we see from the Champions League, but they did it and they made their money. They made more money. You understand? So everybody now know that, this football have finally. I used to be the one telling you people that football is not a lucrative business. There's nobody who can come convince me that football is a lucrative. Nobody makes money owning a football club. Nobody from 1930 till maybe 10 years ago or 5 years ago. But you see, since the last 5 or 10 years, it has now officially become a very lucrative business. So what these guys do, and I've spoken to quite a few footballers and so agents as well, people outside Nigeria who, will really talk, because most Nigeria, the only Nigeria that I've spoken to about business that have given me intelligent response is Simi Ajayi. And then another very brilliant one is True Stekong. All the rest, they really don't know. It's not like they're lying. They don't know. And TDJ said in his book that if people know better, they'll do better. Conversely, if people don't know better, they won't do better. So they have advisors. This is what I was saying when people said I was rubbishing our players. No, I am not. There are things I don't know. I leech myself to to people who know so that I can use their knowledge to leverage. Recently, I did a 65 million transaction of offering a musical artist to a company, and the invoice was 65 million. When they gave me that invoice and I had to push it to the company to pay, it was 24 hours. They make the payments, and the guy received his 65 million. You know the first thing that crossed my mind? Is there anybody in the Nigerian sports media that can issue a 65 million naira invoice? Remember, in Nigeria, in Balablo economy, this economy that we're saying is not good. Another musical artist that I reached out to, they say his bill is $350,000 plus 2 private jet plus this plus that. Another one is 250 million. Another one is, just like that. So I'm sitting there, but these guys, so I start calculating these guys are doing shows over and over and over and over every month. So this is kind of money that is going around, and we are sports journalists are in sports WhatsApp group insulting themselves. Then I shouldn't even be listening to that. I shouldn't even have their time. That's where my conclusion came from. My point here is that if you don't, the thing where you don't know senior you, our players are still not there yet. Our players are still far off the mark. I hope that the next generation will come and they will see. I like what Tolu is doing with his brand. Because again, you can't just call a business person, an investor to come and invest in you. What a lot of people don't know is that the players are not necessarily the ones putting their money. But the position the money to buy Inter Miami was not David Beckham's money. It was investors. But David Beckham was a brand that was good enough. So the investors put their money, then they're using David Beckham face as the front and all that. So our players position themselves in terms of the way they behave, in terms of their social capital, in terms of their persona, their brand generally, that you cannot say, okay, if I put, say, $10 million on this guy's name to invest in this club, would I get my money back? Would he be able to sit in the room with Adidas, Nike, Puma, if he's not already doing it currently in his playing career? If he doesn't have any long-term, life-impacting, James Harden have a 200 million contract with Adidas, including, according to the story, keeping his beard and all that, wearing Adidas all the time. It's not wearing Air Jordan. Adidas is a German product. Mm-hmm. All of these things are some of the things you look at. Do we have that kind of players? So when people ask me, oh, this one is buying this club, this one is buying that club, can we really have a players? And one of the response I gave them was, I said, Dangote is richer than all our footballer past, present put together. You're not going to buy Arsenal. Not because it's not richer than Stan Kroenke. I don't know if it's richer than.
There was the time one rumor was strong that was trying to get a French second. Not even Arsenal. Now I'm talking about
a
French club. There was one time the rumor was strong, Valenciennes or something like that.
You're not gonna buy them because those people are steep in tradition, and sometimes they will say, because of where you're coming from, we cannot let this African come and lord it over us. Again, what is the circle that they have? I keep asking that question, and I will not stop, no matter the social media bullying. What's the circle that they have? By their friends, you shall know that. Why is it that it's very easy for Burna Boy to come set up a football club? But I mean, your players, your guys, your heroes who know the football are not. Because again, you have to have the football business first. You have to understand the football business. If you don't understand how the business work, no matter all the gymnastics you do, you will lose money. I've been there before. I did it out of sentiment, out of emotion. Let my friends have somewhere to play. Let's try and maybe sell them and give them a chance. Oh boy, I lose money. I hemorrhage on money. So I know how this thing work. And I've been in football system. I've studied models that work and the ones that failed. The biggest investors in football, in the history of football, 2 names comes to mind. One is the late Silvio Berlusconi. The second one is Roman Abramovich. Then you could go to Jesus Gil, the late Jesus Gil, former owner of Atletico Madrid, who hires the coach in the morning and fire the coach in the evening. Then you can move to other ones. They lived rich and died broke compared to what they have. When Silvio Berlusconi bought AC Milan in 1986, he was among the top 5 richest men in the world. When he died, he was just there. You understand me? Roman Abramovich was the 9th richest man in the world when he bought Chelsea. By the time he left, it was 156. People say tech and oil boom. Was there not oil before he bought Chelsea? Okay, let's agree to tech. How many people really grew in the tech era that they were all racing passing? I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
Football drains you of wealth. And if you don't know how to invest, when to come in and when to step out, you will lose money. So if you don't have the right information, you don't have the right team around you, the right people that are advising you, what most of our players do is that just when they want to invest, they go and look for somebody. That person will defraud you. Now it happened to Wilson Oruma. It's happened to a lot of people. Just that moment when they want invest now, they look for somebody. That person is looking to steal from you. You must grow with your team. You think it's by accident that somebody like Shaquille O'Neal is taking his friends, sending them to school, registering them for school. They are growing together because you must have a skin in the game. You must owe me and I owe you, so we'll invest together. If we want to lose, all of us will lose together. If we want to gain, all of us will gain together. You understand? So you see these guys coming in, it's because football has found tech, and tech brings money. And because tech brings money, it is easy to invest and you can monitor it. It's no longer a game of chance. It's not a game of probability again. It is not a sure game that, look, if I put in this and I do this, it's dominoes. If I put in this money and I do this, I move that, I will checkmate the money over there. I will checkmate the coin. So let's get it done. That's how the business works. So understanding the business is where you see these guys. Look at all the announcements you've heard. Have you heard one Nigerian player?
I mean, which is why you have to give credit to, not the footballers now. Well, I mean, the Nigerians who own football clubs, the Kunle Shonamis, the Shola Akinlade, and Sporting Legacy and all that. So
Shola?
I just hope on the long run we are going to mention footballers after their career in that light, owning a football club and stuff like that.
No, it go hard. That thing that Shola did with Sporting Lagos, put all our Nigerian footballers together. All. They're not going to fit. One day you go hear that 50 Nigerian footballers will lock themselves in one room. They stab each other to death. First off, Nigerian footballers, say they be like this. Akagom, they live and die with their money. They're not fit. It's not a it's in movies, in all those FBI movies, they'll tell you, CIA movie, they'll tell you, this is above your pay grade. Investing in proper, I know they talk of one academy for somewhere. I'm talking what Shola is doing to the point where look for land to build stadium. There are so many things you can accuse Shola for. Same thing, so many things you can accuse Kule Shaname for. But you see this thing that they are doing, it's above the pay grade of our footballers. There's no Nigerian footballer, past, present, future to come. They're not there.
All right, with that, we leave it at that. We've come to the end of this segment. Continue to like, continue to drop comment, and continue to share this video across all your personal platforms. Thank you so much. Till we come away again next time. Bye-bye.
You are listening to Elegbete TV Radio.